In this submission, we're requesting federal funding support totaling $22.5 billion, of which, as of today, we have received $13.4 billion. Now, in addition, we've created upside and downside scenarios off the new lower industry baseline that we're using. Under the new lower downside scenario, which is basically based off U.S. industry volumes of 9.5 million units in 2009 and 11.5 million units in 2010, GM would require further federal funding estimated at approximately $7.5 billion, which would bring the total government support in this downside scenario to the $30 billion range by 2011. Under our baseline outlook, repayment of the federal loans is expected to begin in 2012. Additional financial support might be required in 2013 and 14 if we have to make contributions to U.S. pension funds, which were about fully funded at the time of our last report, but due to the deteriorating conditions in the financial markets are now somewhat undervalued. I should also mention that GM is requesting funding support from several other governments, including Canada, Germany, and Sweden, in conjunction with the restructuring initiatives in those countries, and those conversations are ongoing. Also, I wanted to mention at the request of the Treasury Department, our plan includes an extensive discussion about bankruptcy as a potential option for restructuring General Motors. First, let me say we've done a lot of work on this with who I think are the best experts in the country. Based on our analysis, we continue to believe that bankruptcy would be a highly risky and very costly process, potentially very time-consuming, that should only be undertaken as a last resort. So our focus, our primary efforts continue to be on transforming our business and executing GM's viability plan outside of bankruptcy court. In summary, GM's plan is comprehensive, responsive, and achievable. It is based on conservative assumptions, and it is flexible enough to adapt to changing circumstances such as those we've seen since December 2nd. We have a lot of work in front of us, but we're confident that our plan will result in a sustainable and profitable General Motors.